August 9th marks exactly 1 year since the Ruto Gachagua team took the reins of power. It also marked the commencement of a fresh round of talks between the Kenya Kwanza and Azimio teams after several anti-government protests broke out in the country in March 2023. The two delegation teams met at the Bomas of Kenya to dialogue over the political tension in the country, both assuring Kenyans of their commitment to finding a solution to the impasse. Tracy Ocheng with the details.
Kenya Kwanza and Azimio la Umoja kicked off the bipartisan talks at the Bomas of Kenya to agree on collective issues to talk about as they begin the process. These new talks come after the initial delegation led by Rarieda MP Otiende Amolo and Tharaka MP Murugara Gitonga failed in June 2023 following Azimio's withdrawal.
Using yourselves as friends, but you're all Kenyans.
In his opening remarks, the former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka restated their commitment to having the talks, assuring Kenyans that Azimio will stick to the issues on the high cost of living, audit of the 2022 general elections, reconstitution of IEBC, respect of political parties, and that by no means were they seeking a handshake with Kenya Kwanza.
We shall not negotiate, and this is important for us, for any form of power sharing with the Kenya Kwanza alliance.
The Kenya Kwanza team on their side presented the reconstitution of IEBC, the implementation of the 2/3 gender rule, the entrenchment of CDF, the establishment and entrenchment of the office of the leader of the opposition, and the embedment of the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary.
But we are here as the Kenya Kwanza team because we know that our country is more important than any one of us.
Embu Governor Cecily Mbarire stepped in for the chair Kimani Ichung'wah and assured that they would interact with their counterparts in the opposition with honesty and integrity to ensure that the country moved forward.
To represent our team leader, the Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, who unfortunately got held up in Nyeri, and due to the bad weather he couldn't get to fly in time, but is now airborne. Allow us to start our meeting.
After their address, members of the press and their backup technical and legal counsel were asked to leave the 9-member team to consolidate the issues on the talks before talks. The stalemate between the government and the opposition intensified during President Ruto's ongoing tour of the Mount Kenya region, casting a shadow on whether the talks would materialize. The president and his allies have inundated Kenyans through every stop in the region that there won't be a handshake in the dialogue, accusing their counterparts of hiding behind the veil of bipartisan talks to sneak their way into government.
Hata hiyo kitu wanaita inclusivity. Inclusivity is another name, a handshake.
In a rejoinder, Azimio la Umoja party leader Raila Odinga warned the Kenya Kwanza leaders against spreading propaganda on the purpose of the talks, insisting that they had no interest in power sharing.
Azimio is not interested in handshake. We don't want to shake anybody's hands. Look at those people whose hands are tainted with blood.
It is now apparent that there will be no handshake between the two warring factions. However, will they see the talks through this time? Let's wait and see. Tracy Ocheng reporting for GBS News.